Hey guys, welcome back. It's me. As you can tell today, we are not in the kitchen because this is not a cooking video at all. I decided that since it's almost mid-season of the NFL, and if you know anything about me, I love the NFL and I love football, I thought I would give out some end of the year award predictions and just let y'all know what I feel and who could win what right now. And also, it's a good way for me in February, once the Super Bowl's over and everybody gets their awards, to see if I was right or if I was wrong. All right. So if you like the NFL, stick with me. I'm gonna say some crazy things, some crazy winners, but just stick with me. See if you agree or disagree with me. So here we go. First award is going to be the MVP award. Okay, so for the MVP, I think there's only one player that deserves it. That's Lamar Jackson. I mean, dude's been playing insane. He's going crazy. What is this going to be? His second in a row, but his third overall? And dude has a good chance to win the Super Bowl right now. He's the MVP. He's leading in yards for throwing. He's rushing. He's crazy. Without Lamar, the Ravens are not as good as they are right now, or making it to the Super Bowl or even the playoffs, I think. But Lamar is the best. Some of his stats right now, he is 67%. He has 3,290 yards already. We're in December. Okay, we still have about a month and a half. 2 months, almost 2 months, because we're barely in the beginning of December. He already has more yards than he already had in the last 3 years. That's just how good he's playing this year. Okay? He has 29 touchdowns this year. Last year he had 24. The year before that he had 17. He's already passing his full year stats by December. Okay? Lamar is the clear, obvious choice for MVP. There's no one else. You can say Saquon Barkley. You can say Derrick Henry. You can say Josh Allen. You can say Jared Goff. No, it's Lamar Jackson. Okay? The next award is going to be the Coach of the Year. Now, I thought this man got robbed last year with this award, okay? But there's only one valid choice, and he's in Detroit. It's the Detroit Lions head coach, Dan Campbell. Listen to this. His first year in Detroit, his very first year in Detroit, Lions record was 3-13-1. They only won 13 games, lost 13, and tied 1. 2 seasons later, 12-5, and made it all the way to the NFC Championship. That is such a crazy turnaround for a team as bad as Detroit. Detroit was the butt of every joke in the NFL. And now Dan Campbell came, he changed the environment, he changed the attitude, and now they're Super Bowl favorites for the first time ever in history. Dan Campbell should have won head coach last year, and now he's definitely going to win it this year, especially if they make it to the Super Bowl. Next award is going to be Comeback Player of the Year. Just like with Lamar and with Dan Campbell, there's only one valid choice here, and that's Joe Burrow. I feel so bad for Joe Burrow. First of all, he has such a bad haircut, and he has such a bad team. But my God, that man is balling out like he never has before. Right now, Joe Burrow is sitting at 3,300 yards. He is on track to beat himself from 2-3 years ago when he had 4,000 yards. He has 30 touchdowns. 2 years ago when he threw for 4,475, he had 35. He's going to beat that easily. Joe Burrow is coming back. He is scoring 30, 35 points every single game, but he's losing. That's not on him. That's not on Ja'Marr Chase. That's not on Chase Brown. That is on the defense and the head coach. But Joe Burrow is the best player right now to come back from an injury. Man's doing amazing. If he was in Philadelphia, if he was in Baltimore, if he was in Miami, they'd be leading the conference right now. But unfortunately, he's with the Bengals. But Joe Burrow is Comeback Player of the Year. Now the next award is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to give it up to Kerby Joseph. He has 7 interceptions and 1 touchdown already. He is insane. Him and Brian Branch up in Detroit, they're like the new Legion of Boom that was in Seattle. They are not letting any balls fly up in the air. They're intercepting. They're hitting players as hard as they can. But Kerby Joseph is just going insane. He's tied right now for most interceptions. He has 7. He already has 1 returning touchdown. I think he can get more. Who knows if he'll break the record? I don't think so, but he is definitely the Defensive Player of the Year, and he is helping an already banged up and injured Detroit defense be elite. The next award is the Offensive Player of the Year. Now that award is going to go to Saquon Barkley. I've never seen a running back save a team this much. Without Saquon, the Eagles wouldn't even be in playoff conversations. Now they're in Super Bowl conversations because of Saquon. Okay? Saquon's out here running for 300 a night, hurling people with his butt instead of his face. He's just doing whatever he wants because he can, because he's currently the best running back in the entire league. He has 1,500 rushing yards. He has 11 touchdowns. Like, that's insane. The Eagles were smart enough to get him from the Giants, and now he's showing the Giants that they should have never paid Daniel Jones, and they should have kept him. He's clearly the Offensive Player of the Year. I would have put him for MVP, but as we all know, the MVP, that's just a quarterback award. It's unfortunate, the truth, but it is how it is. Your Offensive Player of the Year is Saquon Barkley. Now, the last award I want to talk about is the best moment of the year. And that's when John Metchie III, wide receiver for the Houston Texans, scored his first touchdown after coming back from fighting with leukemia. That was just a heartfelt moment. Everybody loved it. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everybody was talking about. If you know his story, how he had cancer right before he could play his rookie year, and you knew everything he had to go through to come back to score his first touchdown, it was emotional. It was beautiful. I'm so glad to see him come back and just live out his dream of playing in the NFL. He got his first touchdown, and it was amazing. Now, guys, that's my list. You can agree or disagree, but I think at the end of the day, we can agree with one thing, and that's that Joe Burrow deserves better. The Bengals defense sucks, and need to fire that coach. Anyway, come back for the next video, and we'll see what we'll talk about. Thanks.